Welcome to
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
If you have any questions or comments, we have multiple ways we can be reached.
Around?
That is one of the ways. Twitter is, of course, the best way for those of you that need instant gratification in this millennial-based world. And of course, the show's Twitter feed is at Skimpod. That's SKIMPOD. For the more patient amongst you, which is none of us, let's be honest, the email address for the show is podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Crunchy again, being spelled with a K. We're also available via Apple Podcast, something I've never heard of, Stitcher Radio. Are any of you still using that shit? TuneIn Radio, whatever the fuck that is, I couldn't tell you. Google Play, I've heard of that. I don't use it, but if you do, thank you. Spotify, now that one I use, so find us on there. I know we're on there. And of course, at the website, stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Now I ask that you please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show, because honestly, I don't do that shit. And I need someone to pick up my slack. Now, I hear that there is a group of people here that collectively discuss music, and they provide for you, yes you, a pod called Cast. It's a musical discussion show built on a hip-hop foundation, which seems to be what makes the musical world turn these days, and I hear it's pretty swell. Our personal Twitters are Tatum216, Lunchbox2099, The Real ODP, and your host, Internet's Tasty Tayrell 713.
You almost trying to throw up. I put lotion on your face. It's like
it puts the lotion on the skin or it gets sprayed with the hose again.
Yeah, I'm not a very even today, I need to do better with my lubrication. You know what I'm saying? Right now, my knuckles are a little.
I buy lotion and then I always forget to put it on.
Well,
yeah, like I try to I've made it more of a point to try to take care of myself as far as like being ashy goes.
Like I have lotion on the nightstand,
yeah,
and it's like the expensive scented one from like Bath and Body Works.
Yeah.
So if anyone would ever see my nightstand and be like, "Oh, you using that for what I think you're using it for?" Like, no, I'm not using the high quality citrus smelling lotion to do that.
Yeah, you don't want to get that your pee on either.
That's a Jergen situation. Okay, thank you.
I just touched my legs there and I was like, it's kind of ashy back here, back behind my kneecap. I need to hit that little.
I get reminded when my hands start hurting.
The pain. At the same time, you might want to just buy not necessarily a better body wash, but a more moisturizing body wash.
I actually am, right now I'm trying what's that Target brand?
Market District?
No, no, that's the
Market District mayonnaise. Yeah, that's a good lubricant.
What is the Method?
Yeah,
Method's men's soap. I'm using it right now to try.
I decided last week that I was gonna start just washing my hair with conditioner and like using shampoo like once a week.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, right? Like,
well, my whole life I've been doing shampoo, like the shampoo conditioner mix every day.
Yeah, like it strips the oils out of your hair.
It makes my hair. That's why, like, when you see me on like those random Mondays and you're like, "Oh, your hair's looking nice," it's because I didn't shower. Like I didn't leave the house that weekend, so I didn't shower for like 2 days.
Right.
And then so the oils built up, and then when I stripped them out, the hair was still kind of okay.
Yeah.
So now, I'm just using conditioner, and I'm gonna see how this goes.
Yeah.
I think what is gonna happen though is it's gonna make my hair curlier because my hair is naturally curly, and when I would use the shampoo, it kind of straighten and dry it. But with the oil, it's just gonna curl up.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that the beard is back.
I haven't gotten my hair cut in
I remember when you got a cut. Yes, but yeah, I remember when you got a cut last.
Yeah, it was before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like it's a good look. I know you're about. It's like hibernation season. I know.
Hibernation season. Yeah, it was winter, and I was saving money.
Hey, you know what? That honestly, that is like when I'm, trying to save money. Haircut is the first thing to go. It's something
because
that
I always spend $30 each time.
Yeah, I only spend 15, and sometimes I'll tip him if he's not too drunk when I'm cutting it. He cuts
because it's like
hair.
22 to do my hair and my beard.
Yeah,
and then I always just tip $8 because I'm cool with the dude.
It's always me and Xander go together, and so it's always like $50 some odd, and then I slip him like, you know what I'm saying, 10, 15 on tip, just because I just do. But he always takes good care of us. I can always get an appointment. It's never a one situation. So I'm like, it's cool. One of the dudes we work with, one of the brothers we work with, I believe his name. You know, yeah. Mm-hmm. He was when he got his hair is cut now. I don't know if you've seen him, it's lower now, and I was like, oh, you got it cut, man? He goes, yeah, man, just hook it up for the winter, so forth. And I was just talking about all barbers, and I was like, yeah, I go over here and treat my, oh, Lance. I go, oh, yeah, you go, yeah, that's my boy, man. Yeah, I gave my stuff. I go, if I don't go to this dude, I go see Lance.
Yeah, it's funny. I like I grew roughly. I kind of grew up with him.
Yeah,
like he's live around the corner from me. And we were talking like once. He was like, "You don't see too many people make it from our neighborhood." I was like, "I don't know if I want to really call making it what I did," but he was like, "Where everybody else at?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess so."
That's a downer.
He's always been really nice to me, even though like we only talk really in passing.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. But yeah, more moisturizers and body wash might help you out.
Very good. That's what
Dove for men or something like that?
Dove for men, or you know what? Fuck it, just
Dove.
Yeah, not necessarily Dove. Like oil of LA with the little sparkling beads in it is real good.
I ordered one of those natural soaps from Amazon to try Dr. Squatch.
Well, I use the natural soap at the gym. I use the Whole Foods bars. You know, they sell the bars just in the middle. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I use the black bar from Whole Foods for my gym soap. But who knows? There's probably some other options I could use and so forth.
How often do you guys really take baths?
Often enough because I like bath bombs.
Yeah.
So
I don't really.
The last time I took a bath was when we were in Toronto and Vanessa bought me a bath bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was super sick. Just getting a little past being super sick. Poor baby.
Yeah, that was when I got that food poisoning.
Yeah. The bathtub was nice though. That bathtub was real nice. Like I kind of want to stay in that. Yeah, I want to stay in that Airbnb again. Here, let me hit this.
Okay. I just follow push it up.
Okay. Come back around to all of that. I taught you how to cut it. Cook it on hot stove. I taught you how to share them. Win fucking with hot holes. I taught you how to rock. Write shit up on your toes. I taught you how to smile for the camera when heartbroken. I've been the inspiration for all you industry dictators. To your local dream chasers, I am King Push. I set the stage for all these triple beam hooks. I weighed mountains while them niggas just sang hooks. Yuck. Bruh. I played that record for the first time in forever. Like, forgive me, I played that on Spotify. That's not something I actually own on vinyl yet. And I hadn't listened to the Casket Drop in forever. Mm-hmm. And that song came on, and that track came on, and I truly believe at this point, and I think I'm pretty sure I told Gabe this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call Pusha T my sixth man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put him in my top 5, but he's definitely coming off the bench. Give you like 15, and you're okay with it, man. As for this notion of gendered products, because I felt that's where you was headed.
Yes,
it seems to be the most unnecessary thing. Like, have you seen like the men's Q-tips?
There's men's Q-tips.
Men's Q-tips? How can you make that male or female?
They make it gray.
They make the packaging is gray.
Oh, come on!
And it has like a diamond plate steel kind of logo design in the background. And it's like, and they say it's for detail in your body, and as opposed to just cleaning your body. Mind you, Q-tips themselves were never gendered, so the necessary to add men's Q-tips was just so unnecessary.
This fits right in my butthole.
So I've for a
Tell
long
me more
time,
on that.
I guess that would kind of be a good way to use a Q-tip. Like if you're really that clean, like give it the old corkscrew.
But
you need good mirrors.
I have found that it seems very unnecessary. Like I got the again, it's my gym bag, but my Old Spice deodorant that I have in my gym bag smell like Sweet Tarts. it's like it smells nothing, I guess.
Sweet Tarts for men,
masculine in a design. Like Lily smells like I like that, and I'm like I'll buy it for you. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no need for you to buy less products. They always do it for women. They sell them less product at a higher price, and it's the same thing. Ingredients. They just made it smell like talcum.
Yeah,
I was buying the soap and the liquid product. I was buying into, not necessarily buying, because of the idea of. And that sounds stupid when you say it out loud, but I thought women have a different pH balance. I don't know.
We've been taught that our entire lives. And as it turns out, that was a lie.
Was it a lie?
Yeah.
Well, they might have a different.
Wouldn't there be a little bit of a difference in one area?
I mean, they're not supposed to put. Nobody's
supposed to put.
You're not supposed to put.
Up your hoo-ha.
There you go.
You're not supposed to either. So
Yeah, I feel real bad when soap get in my pee hole.
yeah, as it turns out, yeast is a thing that can happen to anybody. So
Yep.
Good thing I'm not a baker.
I'll be damned.
I wish it was that kind of bread.
Dove for men is a ripoff. Even though it's cost the same price as Dove for women.
I think it's more expensive.
Maybe we should
It's
just
like
go
$5.99
European.
a bottle. I think there's like $4.49 or something like
But
that.
that is definitely a ripoff.
Think about
But
all the
I think
money
their
we
bottles are
spend on
smaller.
body washes and all this. If we just go European, we'll cut out all the cost down to a third.
I don't know if I want to go European.
European. Who in Europe you know is thinking?
I don't know nobody from Europe, but I know. I mean, I know certain people smell worse than others.
I gotta work with someone with an accent, but I can't place it. Smell fine to me.
There you go. Say that we were again. There's things we were taught that freak people don't shave and they stink. I'm like, is that true? Or did you meet just one single stinky freak person? You just castigate the entire society off that.
I know that cheese don't smell all that great sometimes. But
It's supposed to be a little
But
funky.
cheese in general got a funk to it.
yeah,
They did not give me enough napkins.
Dan D makes a smoked Gouda chip, and I was requested the
How
other day.
is Dandy's return to the market? It's not made local
No, it's
anymore.
not Dan D. It's Slider Berlin.
Okay.
Cause I had to get I got saved and run around because I was going to
Discount Drug Mart.
Yeah, Discount Drug Mart sells like every kind of kid medicine. Where you go to like Target or something like that or Walmart, they sell like maybe a couple brands.
Yeah.
But like Discount Drug Mart has everything. Like they have like Trimedic, they got like any brand you can think of.
Yeah.
So I had to go get some cold medicine. I was like, anybody need anything? It's like, can we have some potato chips? I was like, okay. And then I think they were like 2 for $3 or something like that. So I got a plain bag and a bag of they make small batch potato chips. They have like I know one's like Parmesan garlic, completely gross. Because they use like I guess like a premium garlic.
Yeah.
I just want some garlic powder. I don't need you putting no real garlic in there.
The garlic was too strong.
It was overpowered. It was way too sweet because like roasted garlic can have a sweet notes to it, and it was definitely towards
Just
that.
like I got the little, the jar of minced garlic is super sticky because it's so much sugar content in garlic. So, well, it feels like so much sugar content in garlic. It's like
It's just the consistency.
so damn sticky.
Yeah, like I do like roasting garlic myself
Right.
for different reasons, but the taste is it can be too much. So to make a long story longer, my one son, my youngest son, enjoyed the smoked Gouda variety over the plain, and we were in the kitchen. I gave him some, and he's been sick, and he wanted me to pick him up, and he put his fingers in my face. Jesus Christ! I'm like, was you playing with your booty or was it these chips? And it was so funky. And it was only like from potato chips.
Yeah.
It
Potato
was-
chip funk.
Yeah,
Potato chip funk.
yeah. Uptown Funk by them little kids is still a banger.
I didn't introduce anything. Hey, it's Steaks, Crunchy, and Milk. We back up in this bitch again. Full house for the first time in quite a while.
It's been too long.
Yeah, so it's pretty dope. Tatum 216, Lunchbox 2099, the real ODP. I, your host, the Tay Rail, 713. We in the building. And
In a building.
kicking it. At 230 here on Road East.
I would like to prefer that we were playing footsies under the table. I don't know about kicking it. What do you think, man?
Pakistan.
Footsies was the way I'd rather go with that.
Play your footsies.
It's been too long.
Yeah, but
A month without footsies is too long.
it's too much. They took it away from me. Bring it back, baby. But the life, obla di obla da, life goes on, and everything's been running as it should be, I guess. So I'm glad to have everyone back, and I'm glad this restaurant got calmed down.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad when I walked in.
Yeah.
I didn't have to wait in line
Well,
last
no,
time
it's
I
like,
was here.
we walked in and like it was when we came in, full house, and that's why we're back here in this corner.
Maybe the sound would be different.
Yeah, I'll have to check out the acoustics on this one.
I was on episode 67 of Games We Don't Play with my man Chalfie last night, and he was talking about the show, and he's like, hey, why'd y'all stop recording it 200? I was like, oh, 200 Public Square. So basically the restaurant kind of fell off, And so we film, we record now, and he's like, I kind of dig it, man, because I feel like I'm kind of like basically, you know, sitting the table over and hearing y'all guys talk, and I think that's kind of dope. And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of the vibe. It's kind of the vibe I get from our show, and I kind of dig it.
And Chaffee, unlike most people, didn't get up and leave. It's funnier for these guys because the guy literally just got up and left.
I mean, he finished his food and he got gone.
I don't know. He gave us a look.
I always enjoy when people overhear what we're talking about and then give us that side eye look.
I don't like the side eye look. I enjoy it when they enjoy it.
Yeah. Like, we get that knock. It's like again, if we look back at Twitter Public Square every now and then, we sit next to a group of ladies and they be like, "What y'all doing over there?" And so they was always cool. That was always kind of nice.
It was always a racially ambiguous woman who used to be there around our time, and she seemed like she quietly enjoyed it because it seemed like she always was there around that time, and she sat like a table over, like to the right. And I was like, oh, she didn't, you know, do none of those. Because we're not often.
I don't think we're offensive. We're just raunchy at times.
Okay, raunchy is a good HBO. Like if we can have
it's
like
a buzzword, yeah.
Like you know, this has
like
nudity.
Piping hot.
I don't know. Terrell offended the troops when he said he didn't.
With no troops over here, and I've yet to hear a word about that.
I'm sorry, but troops can be a little sensitive sometimes.
Are they, or have they been made to be, or are they presented to us like they are? You know what I'm saying? Because I've never actually heard troops complaining about somebody taking a knee. I always hear people talking about what about the troops.
Well, one of Lunch's boss was an ex-troop, and she complains about it.
Yeah, she hates it with a passion.
She hates the taking a knee.
But she
is very anti Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, my brother was a troop, and he's not bothered by it at all.
There you go. So it's like my cousin was a troop and he doesn't care. So I can't call it, man. Some troops don't care.
They just wanted that GI Bill.
I feel like that one troop in particular probably just watched too much Fox News.
I got a troop who probably watches too much Fox News. Is often offended. Like there's not enough respect. Like
why am I meant to respect you? Again,
I mean, you're supposed to respect everybody.
I respect you. One should respect humanity.
Yes, that's true.
But their expectation is I should respect him or them
automatically
more. Like for what exactly?
Well, it's not. I guess not automatically. They think by virtue of their troopiness, that they should earn some level of respect.
The troops I respect is Goose.
The troops I respect is people working like resale and restaurants because they have to go through real hell.
I'm just kidding. Like, I mean, I feel like.
So you don't respect Goof Troop?
Nah, not really.
I respect the hell out of Goofy. Did you see a Marriage Story Goofy version? Man, that shit is a funny ass fucking bit, man. I have to dig it up for you, or I might edit it into the show because it's just worth that. That whole bit is so fun.
Used to tell me that you were too selfish to be a great artist, and I used to defend you. They were absolutely right.
All your best acting's behind you. You're back to being a hack.
You gaslighted me. You're a fucking villain.
Oh, you want to present yourself as a victim because it's a good legal strategy? Fine. But you and I both know you chose this life. You wanted it until you didn't. You used me so you could get out of L.A.
I didn't use you.
You did, and then you blamed me for it. You always made me aware of what I was doing wrong, how I was falling short. Life with you is joyless.
What, so then you had to go and fuck someone else?
You shouldn't be upset that I yucked her. You should be upset that I had a laugh with her.
Do you love her?
No, but she didn't hate me. You hated me.
You hated me. You fucked someone we worked with.
You stopped having sex with me in the last year. I never cheated on you.
That was cheating on me.
But there's so much I could have done. I was a director in my 20s who came from nothing and was suddenly on the cover of Yuckin' Time Out New York. I was hot shit and I wanted to yuck everybody and I didn't. And I loved you and I didn't want to lose you. But I was in my 20s. And I didn't want to lose that too, but I kind of did. And you wanted so much, so fast. I didn't even want to get married. And yuck it. There's so much I didn't do.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
I can't believe I have to know you.
Oh, you're yucking insane. And you're yucking winning.
Are you kidding me? I wanted to be married. I'd already lost. You didn't love me as much as I loved you.
What does that have to do with L.A.? What?
You're so merged with your own selfishness, you don't even identify it as selfishness anymore! You're such a dick!
Every day I wake up and I hope you're dead. Dead like, if I could guarantee that Max would be okay, I'd hope you'd get an illness and then get hit by a car and die.
I was never a big fan of Max.
Yeah, my mother, I consider is a wise person, but like, I just remember from a child, like, mama, like, you realize they're sent to murder people, and I was just like, because I remember, like, I had this Rambo thing, and I had the, like, little bead and the gun and stuff like that. And yeah, and my mother, like, you shouldn't be playing with that. And I was like, why? It's fucking fun. And she's like, what do you know what it represents? I'm like, no, because I guess she had actually seen the movie Rambo, and I guess she had taken it to heart. Like, he didn't want to, like, she got like this whole spiel, like, he was fighting back, and he realized that the war was wrong, and like, sent to murder people. I was just like, I just want to pretend to knife somebody.
It's a compass at the top of this knife.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, but
Yeah, remember that Rambo cartoon? I had the bad guy with the sunglasses.
bad guys with sunglasses are dope.
Oh my gosh! They just announced new GI Joes. Like, well, they're going to do premium GI Joes, like they do the Marvel toys. And the first one is a really, really, really nice Snake Eyes for like $40. Super articulate, lots of parts and pieces and stuff.
I just want to get a fat Sergeant Slaughter. Like, none of this fake, he got abs and shit. I want a real Sergeant Slaughter.
The hat doesn't come off so you don't see his bald.
Yeah.
Don't be ashamed of your baldness, Sergeant Slaughter.
No,
Embrace your baldness.
Sergeant Slaughter. Why do we not think about that at that time? It's like, oh, you're just straight up saying what you do. Like, oh yeah, I slaughter. Mostly civilians.
I guess I never thought of it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mostly civilians.
Cheese and rice, man. What's been going on with you, Ant, man? You've been out the game for just a couple of seconds, so if you want to, what you want to share with the listener, if anything?
No, not really. I mean,
that's why I gotta ask.
I mean, I haven't been here. I wasn't feeling well.
For you, the listener, he was only gone 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was going for, I guess not a
the
lot.
magic of time.
Yeah, Lunch was like, we only recorded twice. I'm like, oh, all right. I guess we all caught up.
Yeah. All right, very good.
I mean, it seems like, I don't know.
Throwing up. Hand smelling like booty.
Man, yeah, everybody's
cheese.
sick.
We don't want to say booty. Cheese. The cheese just happens to have a booty-esque hint to it.
Booty-esque hint.
Like, yeah, everybody's been sick in my house. It wasn't a pleasurable time for the Empire, I suppose. My partner is still sick. Like, she just asked me to text her symptoms, and I was just like, I'll try. Like, because
does she want you to like go on WebMD for her or something?
No, just like
she just needs
like clarify.
Yeah, she needs her script for her when she gets there, so she don't forget something.
Yeah, because like I set up an appointment for her, and then like her nurse practitioner's like, nah, just take more medicine. And I was just like,
I feel like I feel like unless maybe that's something I would do with her insurance, that I would have words with that woman like, don't you ever override my desires again.
I mean, obviously, this is somebody. I mean, just like, you know, with your barber, having a good doctor is like, it's something like you have a rapport with that person. Like,
good analogy.
Yeah, because you do see your I guess you should see your doctor more. I guess it depends on your particular situation.
At least once a year is what they recommend. Yeah. And if you have any other issues, a bit more. So there you go. Dentist twice a year.
Yeah.
My doctor retired. I need to find a new one.
My doctor has backed off and is going to do more teaching. He'll be around, and so I get other doctors now in the same office. So I won't have a specific doctor. Which I kind of don't think I like that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I liked having one particular person, and then I had a woman who I went in for, and she was super great, and it was like her last week in the office, and I was like, so I can't make you my doctor. I was like, you're cool. I can deal with you. We seem to have an easy one rapport. She's like, no, I'm going out to Chardon next week. I'm like, God damn it.
And Chardon is close to me, but it's fucking far.
Yeah.
It was just like I had other plans to do other things while I was off, but like me and Lunch had talked about before, like our job pays for you to see a therapist 5 times in a year.
6 times.
Oh,
Did they cut us one?
I think they cut us one.
Okay.
But then it's like, well, it's only $15 a copay after that.
Yeah.
I was researching. I was just like, it's unfortunate, like the way. I mean, of course you can do some harder Googling and stuff like that, but I was like, I don't know if I want to talk to this person. Like, I don't know. I looked at their phone. I was like, no, I'm okay.
But I was listening. I think probably Nicole Byer who was talking about. Actually, I think it was the guest on her show talking about getting her therapist dialed in. It was like she didn't like the first one, didn't like the second one, and like the third one, they got a vibe. And so
yeah,
it's okay to be like, this doesn't work, and I'm gonna keep looking. You know?
Yeah, like I just feel like I would not that I feel like I have like immense problems or anything like that, but like I feel like I would benefit from, I don't know, I finding somebody down to earth to talk to. I don't really. I guess I would just have to find the right person to actually do it with, but we'll see how it goes.
My friend put it really well when he talked about therapists, and I felt the same way when I was going to a therapist. It's nice to go to someone and bitch without judgment.
Yeah, and just get it off the chest.
Yeah,
and arguably you could stretch it there. And if you are right or wrong, usually they can provide you a little bit of insight into that. You're like, okay, this is where you're right, but this is where you're real wrong at, dog. And sometimes you just need that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You need that perspective.
God, I had a therapist I really got along with. Like he was a lot like me. He would like this real liberal dude, and he would like listen to Rush Limbaugh too. Why do I do that shit? And like, I don't know, why do we do that shit? Like,
do you think he was just like catering to your ego, or did he really hate listening to Rush Limbaugh?
He had liberal hair.
Liberal hair is good.
It's graying and it's going down to your shoulders.
What kind of shoes?
Like, because I had a professor in college who had liberal hair like that.
What kind of shoes do you wear?
Talking like Bernie Sanders
shoes?
Yeah.
No.
I didn't look at.
Did you ever watch Dharma and Greg back in the day?
I did, but I don't remember it.
I was gonna say Dharma's dad is the vibe. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, maybe this was like a younger version.
Short mullet, gray short mullet kind of situation.
Yeah, it's like a.
It's kind of like
he had more hair on top than Dharma's dad, but yeah.
Kind of slick to the back, but like kind of Shaggy DA-ish.
If you wanted to cast a liberal professor in a movie, if they don't have this kind of hair, you'd have to put a wig on him.
Did he have, how many earrings did he have?
He had one.
See? Yep. Yeah, he was living.
Yeah.
I want to talk to him.
He was cool.
Well, young Daniel, the storyteller of this situation, though not the story writer, that's that guy. What's the word?
I really did read that whole thing.
Yeah, I thank you all for your feedback.
I've yet to give you feedback, but I've yet to read it either, so forgive me.
Okay.
It's been a very busy time for the Empire.
It took me 2 poops, but I got through it.
It's supposed to be a short story, but
well, the first one was 4 pages, and then I finished the other 4 pages the second time.
Okay, I'm glad.
I was at work the first time, so I was on a time crunch.
You guys seem to like it. It was my first attempt at literature.
Is that the one you wrote for Let the Kids Read?
Yeah, that's why it's like very kid oriented, because I wanted the kids to be able to read my first.
It felt like a social commentary on racism.
Really, that's not what I was going for, but
I will like the friends in the story kept saying racist shit.
Oh, okay, all right.
It felt like everyone needs to stop making rash judgments. That was what I took from the beginning, but I guess apparently I was reading too much into it, and I should just focus on the fudge monsters.
I thought you were talking about. I don't want to call them the antagonist because they ended up not being antagonist. Okay, I don't want to spoil it. I also try not to spoil it, and also try not to give it away to you
not
free.
Spoil it. See, I was going back from whom?
I kind of changed my whole mind of the whole racism in books, because yet again I'm listening to Stephen King, and like during the first chapter of Christine, lets the N-word go a couple times, but then I started thinking about a situation that you were in, where like you were in the backyard.
The dude's uncle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yo boy.
And so,
maybe
as the reader, we're lunch.
You're whatever, the third person or whatever.
Yeah,
you're receiving
like
this.
we're back here listening to, and I mean I guess pretty much through the lens of how real America is, and how you can just be like at a random place, which this dude was buying a car, and it's like, I know he used the N word twice talking to him, like, but that's the real America. And for Stephen King to leave it out, he's not being true to what things really are.
When did Christine take place in the 80s?
70s, like 75.
So keep my book.
Keep your book racist.
Okay.
Not that I thought it was, but
Make books racist again.
not necessarily racist again, but like,
I mean, I went into it like reading the first like couple pages, thinking that it was like
An allegory of sorts.
yeah, like the way that stuff was presented. I felt like that was the theme of the short story. It got kind of sideways near the end with the fudge thing. I don't quite know why they didn't. It was comical at the end, but if that was the way it read for me. Like, it definitely felt like you were like sending a message of sorts, and then kind of trailed off from that, and it was just like, hey, this was supposed to be wacky.
Editor got a hold of you and said, hey man, that's supposed to be a fun kids book. Oh, I got something. I'm sorry, guy. You got a little too real at first.
It was kind of like Goosebumps in a way. It was like Goosebumps with racism.
Man, they are coming hot and fast today, aren't they? Okay, but beyond that,
And that's how now I know how to market my books.
beyond that, how are you, sir? What's going on in your world?
I assume this is your setup if you wanted me to spike this Canada story.
Nope. I literally forgot all about that. That was me just giving you the floor.
Oh,
So Canada it is.
Just I got 2 10-kilo bags of flour I can keep. So this past weekend I took a quick trip up north of the border to Canada, and it happened like spur of the moment. So we finally had some OT open up again at work. So I came into the office for 3 hours on Saturday. And I'm in a group chat on Facebook Messenger with like, I don't know, probably like 7 or 8 friends. And the chat is active like every day. And we just talk about like random shit, sports, politics, like stuff we each have going on. So like one buddy is like, oh man, I'm hungry and I don't know what to eat. And then another buddy said the same thing. And I was thinking the same thing because I hadn't eaten yet. And I was on my way into work and it was like 10 o'clock in the morning. So I just said something random about how we should go to Buffalo, New York and go to Dinosaur Barbecue. Because in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm not doing anything the rest of the evening. Like, my plan was to clean and like go to the grocery store and then just watch TV. Yeah. But I was thinking, if I can convince someone to do this, I'm like, I would go. And then I'm like, I'd be right near Canada. I can go over the border. I'm like, this will set up perfectly. So the one guy I couldn't do it because he was going to go watch the Wilder fight, Wilder Fury or whatever. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And but the other guy, he was like, wait, are you serious? You'll go to Buffalo? And I was like, I got him. And I was like, yeah, I'll go. I'm like, I'm going to work now for a couple hours, but like I'll be off probably like by 2, and I'm like, I'll even drive if you want. So he's like, all right. He's like, I'll be done here about 2. I'm like, okay, cool. So I went to work, and then I was like, hey man, you got a passport? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I've had one since 2013. And I was like, you want to go up to Canada after we're done eating? And he goes, I'll do whatever. I was like, all right. So I got off work, went home, picked up my passport, which is in my Venom booklet thingy that Anthony gave me.
Oh, that's the first we got to use it, like in use,
yeah.
Right? Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I handed it to the border guy and everything.
Nice.
Did you lick him?
The booklet or him?
Yeah.
Neither.
Border guy.
So my buddy came over to my house and parked his car in the front, and I drove us to Buffalo. I stopped at Angola.
We always do.
Well, because I had to pee, and like I figured like that would be a good spot for me to fill up on gas.
Yeah.
And then like we were about a half hour away from the restaurant, and it was at that time where like I wasn't sure if we were gonna have a wait or not, and I was getting kind of hungry. So we stopped and we got like a little something to eat at Angola before we went over to Buffalo. So I actually ate a quesadilla from Moe's at Angola.
Music outlaws and entertainment.
Yeah.
I love Moe's.
Is that what that stands for?
That's what that stands
I did
for.
not know that.
I thought it was just like Larry Curly Moe.
Yeah.
Just so much learning in this episode.
Yeah. So we're eating the Moe's food at the truck stop, and there's like a woman with her husband / boyfriend, I don't know, but she's like wearing like stretchy workout pants, and she kept digging in her ass. Like I don't know, like if she, like, I don't know if she had like a wedge going, or if she if she was just like brushing some dirt off her butt or whatever. But she kept touching her butt.
Lost her Q-tip up there.
Yeah. I was going with cheese potato chips. See, okay, so we were all there in the same.
She did the old corkscrew.
But yeah, like me and my buddy had to give each other that look of like, you saw that too, huh? So yeah, we ended up leaving Angola, and then I drove us to Buffalo. We parked in the same parking garage that you and I parked in that last time. And it was the time I parked in before that. And then I come to realize there's a fucking parking lot right next to the restaurant that has like one of those like the spots are numbered and you just pay at the box. So I like literally parked down the street for more money for absolutely no reason. So I know that for next time.
All right.
One to grow on.
Yeah, but it ended up working out when we were done eating because we were so full that I needed a couple minute walk to the car to kind of help level me out a little bit. So yeah, we walked down the street to the restaurant and we ended up having no wait. Yeah. So like the eating at the Moe's kind of backfired in a way. So we got seated and.
Hold on. Did you have leftovers?
From Moe's?
No. From the place, the initial place.
So. Wait, the initial place was Moe's.
Well, no, the place that
Dinosaur barbecue.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here I ordered a platter with 3 different types of meats and 2 sides, and it came with a slice of cornbread. Mm-hmm. So I ate the 4 chicken wings. I ate the 3 ribs, or no, I'm sorry, it was 4 ribs. I ate my mac and cheese. I ate the potatoes, and I took 2 bites out of the cornbread. Didn't finish the cornbread, and then the brisket I had, I ate like 2/3 of it, and I gave the last third to my buddy to take home. So I did not finish my food.
They make a good corn.
But then I ordered the peanut butter pie because I'm like, I drove 3 hours. Even if I can't finish this, I'm ordering this peanut butter pie. I ordered the pie, I took 2 bites, realized if I ate any more, it was going to be a bad situation. But because she had brought take-home boxes, and I didn't use mine, I just put the peanut butter pie in my take-home box that she had brought over that I wasn't using. So I did take the pie home, and I ended up eating it after I got back from Canada.
Yeah, that's like, I always feel like when you go to a restaurant, they're like, oh, don't fill up on bread. I'm like, I fill up on bread a little bit because I like having leftovers.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Always like to bring a little something home.
Yeah.
Lunch the next
so
day.
you did the right thing still.
Yeah. Well, he got more meat out of it, and I got to take pie home.
Yeah.
So I googled the closest Walmart in Canada from the restaurant, and it's 3.5 miles away. It's literally on the other side of the border.
Over there in Fort Erie.
Yeah. So I drive over to the border, and there's like no wait. Literally, I drive right up to the booth. There's not a car around, not a soul in sight.
Never had that happen. That's cool.
Yeah. So I drive right up to the thing, and I hand the guy the passports. And this is my first time in the driver's seat doing the questioning.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So he goes, what's your business up in Canada? And I go, we're going to Walmart. And he goes, Walmart? He goes, he's like, where are you from? And I went, Ohio. He goes, don't you have Walmart in Ohio? And I go, well, yeah, but you guys have these Kit Kats in Canada that we can't get in Ohio. He goes, so you drove all the way from Ohio to come up to Canada to go to Walmart to get Kit Kats?
They always think you're lying or bullshitting because they want to believe maybe you're going to get weed or something. But like in reality, yes, I'm going to Walmart to buy Kit Kats because I fucks with them.
Yeah. Well, he goes, well, what were you doing in Buffalo then? And I'm like, we stopped to have dinner, and now we're here. He goes, so your plates say Ohio? I'm like, yeah, I'm from Ohio. That's my car. And then he goes, well, how do you know him? I go,
damn. No,
yeah. I'm
because
like,
he's brown.
Yeah, because my buddy's like Middle Eastern looking.
Oh.
I already knew what it was.
Yeah. I was like, we've known each other for like 10 years. I'm like, we met through friends. And he goes, okay, have a good, safe trip. And he hands me back the passports and lets me through. So the Walmart is literally like 2 exits away from when you get into the other side of Canada. It's not very far. And apparently everything in Canada fucking closes early because like the lights were all, it was like 8 o'clock, if that. No, it was like 7:30 when we got over into Canada because I left the restaurant about 7. And it's like pitch black everywhere. Like the shit's closed. Like some stores are like closed at like 6.
Oh,
and it's a Saturday. Like, the Walmart we went to was open until 11.
Yeah.
So that was where I got most of the stuff. Like, I bought a bunch of Kit Kats there. I got T's flour and his juice boxes there. Yeah, it was. I mean, it's literal juice boxes. It's Minute Maid.
They're
Five Alive.
They're cartons of Five Alive. Respect it.
Yeah. Problem was, though, I had forgotten to turn my international data on when I was at the restaurant in Buffalo. So when I got over to Canada, I didn't have cell service for a little bit because I had to like stop and like get into my Verizon account, which my connection at that point was real spotty. So I had to spend $5 so that I had call, text, and data while I was in Canada for those couple hours.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, when I was trying to text you and it wasn't going through,
I was like, "What is going on, man?" 'Cause my phone kept saying text didn't go through, and I was like, and I remember we talked about it before. He was like, "Those texts are coming through. Don't send them again." So I was like, "Let me just hit him up directly, double check. Like, are you seeing everything I'm sending?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's too late. I got the peach and the citrus. You good?" I'm like, there you go.
yeah, because that was the thing. He told me to buy 2 cartons of Five Alive, but he didn't tell me the flavor.
Yeah.
So I'm in Canada and there's 2 different kinds, and I had no cell service. So I'm like, well, fuck it. He's getting both.
Isn't that always the way, though?
Yeah. If you don't like it, tough shit.
I've never had peach. I'm a citrus man, so we'll see. Maybe the peach is a life changer.
Yeah.
I do like peach.
Yeah, so we left that Walmart, and they didn't have the cookies and cream Kit Kats.
Yeah.
Like, I got the espresso and the caramel burst, and I picked up milk chocolate and orange.
Ooh.
And so I looked, and I'm like, okay, there's another Walmart like 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
We're already here, but I'd have to go north, so I'd be like heading more towards Toronto. I was like, he's like, I don't have to be home until super late. I was like, all right, I don't know how to be home either. So we went up to the other Walmart, and that one was more in like a shopping complex. Because like the first one, it was like Walmart, something called like Savers, or it was some sort of the store, but it already closed.
Was it Lawson's?
Maybe.
Like a red, like Kershaws?
No, it was yellow.
Okay. All right.
And then there was also a liquor store in there, like LCB or whatever their national liquor is. We had stopped in there for a few minutes, but I didn't buy anything. So I drove up to the other Walmart, and we walked around in there, and I bought some more Kit Kats, and we looked around at like the clearance rack and the toy aisles, and
What kind of toys they had?
their toy aisles suck.
Oh, shit.
They really do suck.
You just want to go.
I didn't even see a single Funko up there, like at all. So we walked around the food area for a little bit because I was trying to find Timbit cereal for tea, and neither Walmart had it.
Yeah.
So I saw a girl staring at me in the Walmart. So I got it up in Canada.
Still, always did have it.
Yeah.
Never lost it.
It was one of those things too. When I caught her, she got like, "Oh no, I've been caught." She turned around and walked away. I was like, "I saw you."
Little blush, just like, oh no.
Because I stand out in Canada. Like, Canada doesn't have a tremendous amount of obesity.
Or do you?
And then I was also wearing shorts. I was the only dude in shorts.
Yeah, that's the part that stood out.
Yeah.
Was your dick hanging below the like?
Oh no, that was curled way up in my stomach. So we leave the second Walmart, and at this point it's like 10:35.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, it's like a 3-hour ride home. That would put us home around 2. So I look, and I'm like, we had talked about going to the duty-free store on the way back, and I was like, all right, there's a duty-free store 10 minutes away, but they close at 11. I'm like, we would get there and have like 10 minutes. I'm like, or there's one that's open 24 hours, and it's like a 15-minute drive away, but we have to go norther.
Okay.
So he's like, I was like, do you really want to go to the duty-free, even though I'm the one who wanted to go?
Yeah.
I was like, we don't really know what's there, and I'm like, it's 15 minutes out of our way. I'm like, it's fine if, like, maybe next time. And he goes, no, we came all this way. If you want to go, let's just do it.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, fuck it, let's go. So I drove up to the duty-free that was open 24/7, and it was different than the one that we went to last time, where, like, we bought the stuff, and then they put it in a tub, and we had to drive up to a window and shit.
Yeah.
This one, I got to carry it out, like, the bags in my hand and just place it in my car and shit. Now, the difference with this one, too, though, was, so I drive up to it. I thought it was closed because it was kind of dark on the inside, and there was, like, one car in the parking lot. But it was definitely open. There was 2 guys working. And so we walk in, and I grab a shopping cart, and we're, like, looking around. I found some more Kit Kats for us to try on. We tried. And I ended up, getting some bottles of liquor, and my buddy was grabbing stuff because our friend's wife, like the Wayne Gretzky has like this wine and stuff, and she wanted to try it, so he was grabbing that. And like we're putting the stuff in the cart, and the one dude who works at the duty free like just says over to, do you guys know how the tax laws work? But he said like he was being kind of like rough the whole time we were in there, even though like we weren't bothering nobody, we weren't being loud, we were just looking around because I mean there's so much shit in there to look at. But he had like this kind of like stink ass attitude, and then he just said that to us real gruffly, and I'm like, well, what do you mean? And he goes, well, how long you been in Canada? And I went, about 3 hours. Yeah. He goes, well, they're probably going to tax you on that then. And I went, well, how much would that be? He goes, probably like $2 a bottle. I went, wait a minute. So this bottle that I'm holding right now that's $130 in America plus tax, you're selling it for $67 American. I'm supposed to care that they're going to charge me $2 tax on 5 bottles of liquor? I think we'll be okay.
Like, I welcome it, sir. I welcome it, sir. I'm
like, and it's been in my back of my mind. I'm like, they ain't gonna fucking ask me. They don't give a shit.
Anything to declare? What'd you go up there for?
Yeah.
Bought some groceries.
So like, I check out. I ended up buying 2 bottles of Crown Royal Peach for Buddy because they had it for $19 no tax. Whereas when I was hunting down here in August, it was 40. It was like $28 in tax at the grocery store.
Still a big difference.
Yeah, it's like almost a $10 difference. So I ended up grabbing 2 bottles for him, and then I bought 2 bottles of Jameson for myself, a bottle of Kraken, I bought that bottle of whiskey, and then I bought a bottle of Crown to try. It was like $19, so it was like maple finish or something. So then plus the Kit Kats. So I take the bags out to the car, I cover it up with a t-shirt, and then I drive to our border. Once again, I drive right up to the window. Not a fucking soul inside. I was the only American going over the border that day, apparently. So I drive up to the window and I get fucking laser scanned. Like it hit my eyeball as I'm driving up to the thing. So I'm driving up blind to our border patrol. I hand him the passports and he goes, hey, what were you guys doing up in Canada? And I go, oh, we went to Walmart.
Oh, it's the best answer.
Yeah. And he goes, Walmart? He goes, well, what city were you in? And I went, I don't know, man. I'm like, I just Googled it and it was whatever Walmart was on the other side of the border. That's where we went. He goes, okay. He goes, well, what'd you get? And when I started telling them all about the Kit Kats and how they were fancy and they have the chocolate that we don't have in America and they have these different flavors and shit, my buddy who was sitting next to me, he had bought some, so he ended up pulling them out of his bag and like showing the border patrol guy. He goes, oh, see, like these ones are mint. And he goes, oh, that's cool. So then he goes, well, do you have anything else to declare? And I went, I got 2 bags of flour in the trunk. He goes, oh, okay, welcome home. Get back to America. And he didn't even bother to ask me if I had firearms, drugs, liquor.
Is firearms cheaper there too?
No, you're not supposed to be coming for firearms either way. No, you can take long guns because you can go and hunt, but you ain't supposed to come and handle with pistols.
Really? I just want a long gun.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Well, coming back is always so much easier because they just scan your license plate, they check your passports, they look to make sure there's not like an APB in Canada out for you for anything.
Exactly.
And then like, well, you live here, what are we gonna do? Not let you in? Like the only thing at that point is if you're a dick, they'll maybe like pull you over and search your car for drugs or something. But otherwise, like you're an American citizen coming back into America. Yeah. Whereas like going the other way, the dude like he was asking me more questions than I even said. He was asking me like where I worked.
I had that. I've had the where you work coming back, which was I told you the last time that was an experience. Like, this is where I work at. Oh, did you know that his uncle had something to do with the deal that merged 2 companies that became the company we work at? I'm like, no, I wouldn't know that. I don't know you. But did he give you the guns question and everything?
No,
really.
Well, like the Canadian guy, he asked me if we had any guns or alcohol. That guy, and I was like, no, and then he went, okay, you're in.
It's like I've had one good Canadian border. I literally just told y'all for the story last time. I've had one good Canadian border cross, and it was the last time I went up to Windsor to get flour. So that was like around Thanksgiving, right? Yeah. Yeah. And the lady was like, "What are you gonna do?" I'm like, "I'm going to go buy some flour and some shreddies." And she's like, "Shreddies?" And she like looks at me like I'm an idiot. I'm like, "Yeah." And she goes, "I love the honey ones," and we had a good rapport after that. She's the nicest border agent I've come across. Both semi-nice ones have been ladies, and they've been on the Windsor tip. The one lady was like, because I really wasn't going about shreddies the first time, and I couldn't remember shreddies, but she was still. That was the hot French chick. Very problematic. She was too gorgeous for her own good. Plus, she had that French accent. It was a problem. But
did she shave?
But everybody else.
No, but she had booty fingers.
But every other Canadian border agent we ever had is just assholes. And I get it. I guess you're protecting the border from us. But
I mean, like, you know, like, I can understand, like, if there's a dude who, like, committed a crime and he's trying to hurry up and get out of here and whatnot, like, I get it.
It's like, we're honest every time. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, we're going to a concert, we're going to a baseball game, we're going to Walmart.
The thing I realized about it is you just can't take it personally. Yeah. Because we're technically foreigners going over to their country.
Yeah.
And, like, it's on them to let us in or not. So it's like, I can't be a dick about it because, like, that's not my home. So I get it. Like, it's off-putting at first because you're not used to it. It's a shock.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad about it. Like, he wasn't truly dickish. He was just, like, stern.
Yeah.
But I got back over the border, and because I'd gone north on the second Walmart into the duty-free,
yeah.
I'd added, like, an extra half-hour-ish to the trip.
Yeah.
But I managed to knock that off by speeding. So, I was, like, the GPS said I'd get home about 2:17. I pulled in my driveway at 1:53.
Nice. Plus, when you rode through Seneca country up there, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I was doing, like, 90-plus at one point.
Because ain't nobody watching them roads, because it's a Native American land. And they got beef with the state of New York right now. So basically, it's like...
Yeah, you got like 8 miles where there's guaranteed no highway patrolman.
So, I really...
But as a black man, I still go on at 65.
Like I said, thus far at this point, I've done okay in the Seneca country. So.
Yeah, I just don't get, like, I pass all these people on the highway, and I'm like, why are you all going so slow? Like it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and there ain't no one out here.
Yeah.
Just hit the gas. Like, go 5 over. Shit. Like, live a little.
I can't. I just won't. Like, I've had.
You ain't driving on our trip.
I won't. I'm cool with that. I've just had bad experiences with cops at night.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna go over the speed. Like, it's funny. Like, I'll be taking my kids to school in the morning, and I'm approaching the 20 miles per hour. Like, I'm slowing down.
Yeah.
People be behind me beeping anymore. I'm like, motherfucker, don't you? No,
it's a school.
I don't care.
It's a school zone, and I'm gonna do this 20.
Yeah,
it just is. Yeah, that's just what it is to be. You know,
I just get mad when it's a 35 and people are doing 27.
Yeah, it's like just the speed limit. That's all I really ever ask of people. If you do the speed limit, we straight. Like I said, the shore right now is 35. I do 40 every morning, 45.
It's been that lately, and then on 176, where Spring Road lets off on the 176 right before the 480 split.
Yeah.
There's people who don't realize that that's an entrance lane, and they see the sign for 480 coming up. So then they merge into the entrance lane, only to realize that it dead ends back into the same lane that they were in.
Yeah.
So, but it's like there's not enough space there for me to get around their dumbass, and then those people always end up going around that corner at like 30 miles an hour. So I'm like, God damn it, just get the fuck out of my way.
Don't roll the car. You good?
Well, the problem is because they go 30 around that bend, and then you got to merge into 480
at highway speed.
Yeah, at highway speeds, and they're too afraid to merge in, so they're crawling in at 30 when everyone behind them is doing 60, and
that's
everyone's having to slam
in because it's so aggressive. Like with I know when I'm getting on the freeway. If I get on, I know this doesn't matter because none of you guys are Eastsiders, but like, it's like every morning when I get on 185th, people are going like in the lane I'm supposed to be coming into 65, 70, when like I'm just trying to merge on, and like you shouldn't be going that fast. Like let the motherfucker in.
Whereas that particular one over on the west side, it's like basically it's a sharp enough curve. It's a bit of a grade. I think they tell you that, I think it's recommended 45, right?
It's like 40 or 45.
Yeah. So basically, once you get around the bend, punch.
Yeah, you hit the gas and you get up to a normal 60 speed. So that like you can look at the late cars that are coming and then merge in accordingly.
Yeah.
But these people just keep going 30 until the lane dead ends into the 480 traffic that's all going 60 plus, and then like they're scooting in, and then everyone's coming behind them is having to slam on the brakes. And the problem is there's also cars behind them that are also trying to merge in, so they're forcing us all to go 30. So it's a lane of people going 60, and all of a sudden a whole lane of people that are forced to go 30 trying to merge in together.
Yeah. It's like, dude, just don't do it or learn how to do it well. It's like we don't got enough traffic to be damn worried about. Come on, man, it's okay.
Living in Ohio is very nice when it comes to traffic. Going to other cities, you realize how good you got it.
Yeah, for sure. And so it's a nice little groove. So I don't know, man. Anything you want to share with the folk? I know we're getting tight on time, but
I did finish up the kitchen finally.
I've seen it. It really looks great, man.
Your wife was tickled when I said that there will be no more kitchen capers.
Well, we'll see. We still have the locks from the last kitchen. We put some food where they can reach it, so they have no reason to like
try to go for the higher foods.
Yes, yes, we'll see. But like then again, like kids doing wrong are just like sometimes just do it for the sake of doing it wrong.
They are their father's children.
So was it mostly to because it wasn't many before pictures? Like, did you do it for function or
for both function? Increase the value of the house. Yeah. Have a nice kitchen. It was a really ugly kitchen, and it was really laid out terribly. It's got this island in the middle of it. You have to go around. It's much better now. The nicest compliment we got was like it looks like something out about a magazine.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, good.
You guys did a hell of a job. So you know what I'm saying, I was impressed with their work.
I guess some of the things like after a while I got sick of just like shit like picking out tile and everything, and I had to sit there and pretend I care, or I'm like I'm not involved enough in our lives.
You have to do that trick where you pick the worst possible option, so they stop asking you to pick.
But then
I generally try to pick up options that like, and like during the course of this, I'm like just thinking about stuff that like just to entertain myself during this boring picking out tile process that I think is funny. Like we were. This is something that she wouldn't think was funny. Actually, she didn't. I don't have to assume she didn't think it was funny. I told her about it, and we were going, and the tiles were marked like B12, B7, B16, and we're like, oh, what about B12? Like, yeah, what about B12? What about B16? And I'm like thinking like. I just started laughing. She's, what are you laughing about? I'm like, I'm laughing because while we're doing this, someone would say like, bingo. And she's like, you think that's funny? Like, no, the part would be funny when I say, shut the fuck up.
We had to go through that. Luckily, like, we didn't have kids during that time because, like, we took a Saturday and a Sunday and we were literally in Lowe's and Home Depot for like 6 hours. And, like, we would stop and go to like go get me a Kit Kat and a Coke and come back. Like we were in there for so long.
I know.
But at the end of the day, it's like it does add value to your home, and it's fun to shit in those fake toilets.
I like to be involved in the picking and everything, but like she's shooting down all my ideas, and then she's like, you know how all the colors have these fancy names like Faraway Ocean and Passing Cloud, and like, am I picking some of these colors because I like the name or because I actually like the color? And it must have been confirmed because she's like, what about sagebrush? I'm like, nah, I don't like sagebrush. Why not? It's like, because that's the nickname for the hair that grows out of your ass crack.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
And she's like,
we learned so much about assholes today.
And she's like, where do you learn this stuff? Like,
paint with a very cheesy brush.
What is that shade in the dining room?
I forget now.
I just saw
after all these fancy names, I can't even stick with them. What the hell was that?
She put a picture up either, I guess, today or yesterday. That it's from the kitchen out, and I was like, I like that color a lot. So whatever it is, I really like that color.
So the dining room.
Yeah.
The dining room is something. Oh, you know what? I think it's something dolphin.
Really?
Yeah, like
rapey dolphin.
It is kind of that kind of shade of gray, so that kind of makes sense.
It feels rapey dolphin. I definitely remember that.
Thank you. Oh no, Bobby.
Pocket sand.
There must be a thing with dolphins. Oh, like they like. I keep thinking of Black Manta's origin too, where they like turn the other way. They're like silent.
Oh wow! During his abuse. Man, he ain't been right since. That boy ain't right. Well, I'm certainly glad you got that it's done to be able to live in your home again. You know what I'm saying?
But one of the kids messed up the drawer already, and I got to call the contractor back to like fix it. It won't close. It's all bent.
Oh, he bent the
staircase again.
No, not this time. See, we got the doors that swing open at the bottom, so no more makeshift stairs. Out of the dresser, out of the cabinet drawers. So that was a purposeful design.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I always ask them why they do these things, and then it's like, why do I even ask why? Because they're not going to give me an answer that'll make me go, oh, okay. Oh, I'm satisfied, but did you smash the TV?
What would be the satisfactory answer? I just like in your mind, what answer would make you go, oh, well, shit, you're right.
I'm sorry for the dead air, but I'm drawing a blank. Like I asked,
someone would have to be in some sort of danger, and there would have to be something in that drawer that we thought would save them.
I asked my son when he broke the TV. I'm like, why? Why would you do that? And there's no good answer to this. Why am I asking why? He's not going to say,
just want to know.
No, Father.
Kid should have just answered. He was wearing a fucking MAGA hat.
Just like I asked myself, like, why did you sit there and throw up on yourself? He was like, shit, I just had to throw up, man. Throwing up's all I can think about at this moment.
I'm sorry, my nigga, this is what it is, bro. Barf.
There's yeah, what is the why? What can be the why for, like, throwing a rock at the car? Like, he was just curious to see what happened. It didn't make me feel
Is
better.
anybody bold enough to see this picture of him throwing up on himself?
No, I'm good.
I'm okay.
You want to see it, Gabe?
Fine. Oh, it just makes me feel so bad for him.
He just sitting there, and Emery sitting there like,
eggs.
what's wrong with you? What you doing? I was like, Emery, sit down.
He scrambled those eggs.
Oh, yeah. It's the best picture of all time.
And,
I had to send it to his mom because, like, she had just left. I'm like, look what the shit you left me with.
I said, see, with my wife being a stay-at-home mom, she's home all day. So, like, when I have trouble with the kids, I'm tempted to say, like, this is what your son's doing right now. And I'm like,
yeah,
no,
at the same time, yes.
There's nothing that will top her stories.
It's not the same thing. Yes, like, I'll be at home all day, but when shit go wrong. It's different. Yeah. Like, they were at home with you all day. They didn't throw up on themselves, but as soon as you left, they threw up on themselves. It's different. Yes, she probably has, like, different problems of the day and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But chaos is chaos.
Yeah. And when it strike, it strike.
Yeah.
So,
you're allowed to feel chaotic about chaos.
I don't have the patience. She's like, she does ask me, like, I'm home with them all day, and as soon as you get home, and it takes this amount of time for you to lose your patience with them. Why? Like, well,
it's like because I've dealt with the world the entire time.
Yeah, because I was babysitting other motherfuckers.
Yeah, and that's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? You've dealt with the world this entire time. You got to come in and just want to catch your breath. You know what I'm saying? You want to shed the. We all live this life. You know what I'm saying? You need like let me shed
damn cats.
Let me shed the day, and then I'm gonna be right. And then when I'm right, we can go. But if you've not had the opportunity to get right, it's just all the way wrong, man.
It's like 10 minutes. If I'm walking into the door, and 10 minutes later, he's like hitting his brother with a wiffle bat. I mean, like, I got to be like, why you? I don't know why. I don't have to be. Why are you hitting your brother with a wiffle bat?
Yeah.
No. You can ask why.
You can ask why because
next time it could be like, you know what? Last time you said you did it because of this, or hey, he's not doing this to you. You can't say this is why you did it now. Get your ass in time out.
My 4-year-old is just—he's been a 4-year-old lately, and
them fuck you fours. I done told people that terrible too is lies, but them fuck you fours is real.
I never heard anything about fours, so I'm like, I thought fours wouldn't be so bad.
I invented the fuck you fours. They are terrible at that age. They just are.
Okay, so that makes me feel a little better. So it is not just my son.
Yeah, that terrible twos bullshit is a lot. Or at least it was easier than people made it out to be.
Well, he was doing something yesterday that got his brother to kick him in the face.
God damn.
Oh, no.
and it's like, then we did have to ask the why, and he gave the reason. He's like, he was squeezing me, and he was hurting me, and I feel like he was going to break my body apart. Like, that's not a thing.
Check your neck.
You know what? I don't know. Feelings, I don't care what anybody says. Like, validating, like, at least hearing them out is the right thing to do. He felt, if he doesn't know that feeling, he doesn't know that if I squeeze you, your head not gonna pop off. If he feel like that, he feel like that. Like, don't. My mother told me something the other day. Like, some kid at school was telling Anthony about Pennywise. I was like, Anthony was saying Pennywise, so I was just like, no. My mother was like, no. It's the little things that they tell you about that's bullshit that leads them to tell you about the bigger thing. So listen to the small stuff, so when the big stuff comes, they don't have a problem telling you about it. Okay. I know we all got to wrap it up.
I know, yeah, but to put a cap on that story, we did, like, you know, that was a good... What?
Kick the other one in the head?
No.
Curb stuff, you get on the curb.
Lay down here and let your brother kick you.
Well, you know, Hey, look, the way he's been acting lately as a 4-year-old. I kind of see like, I'm tempted to kick him in the face once in a while too, but you can't be doing that. So we told him just next time ask for help when he feels like he's going to squeeze you.
He kicked me in the face.
Well, no, the kicker. I'm sorry, the kicker has to ask for help when he feels like he's going to get his body squeezed apart instead of kicking his brother in the face.
What came with the kid who was doing the squeezing?
He got kicked in the face.
He got kicked in his face. I'm going to punish him some more.
Well, I mean, like, you just told him, like, the next time your brother attacks you, you call for help. Like, let's stop the attacking. I kind of empower the kid who kick him. I'm like, kick him back. Kick him again.
I mean...
If he comes at you for a second choke after you kick him harder.
You got that big brother bias. That's why you're siding with the other son.
Because, like, sometimes, when as a kid, period, like, your brother be doing shit to you or, like, something happened. Like, what happened before the squeeze? Like, that's what I want to find out. It's like, why did this happen before the squeeze? And then, you know, my son would be like, when he started rolling his eyes and shit, I know you did something first. I know you did something first.
I didn't punish either of them. He was truthful about what he did, kicking in the face. He gave a why that we asked for. He didn't say, fuck you, that's why.
Like, and then spit on the floor. Like,
I get the passive fuck you answers. Someone asked me today when something was going to be done, and I replied when it's finished.
I'm glad I have a job where I don't have to talk to anybody.
That is real. All right, people.
Tatum 216.
It's relatively easy. I need you to subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Oh.
I need you to review me wherever possible, that being Stitcher and iTunes. Forgive me, the Apple Podcast. We got a show that goes on IG a couple times a week. Seems to be working out. People seem to be telling me they watch it, which is both uncomfortable and interesting at the same time. But people seem to like me driving and talking schmack. So there you go. It's popping out here. This brand is doing what it's supposed to do, and I need you to keep helping us out. We got a Patreon. Consider putting in on that. And good looking out on all of these things. Thanks for just listening. If you hear my voice right now, that's pretty dope of you, because you didn't have to get us a go and you did. So thank you for that. That is Tatum 216.
Mm-hmm.
It's Lunchbox 2099.
Sure.
That dude running.
That's the real ODP.
I'm back on Twitter and better than ever.
I'm saying he out here doing the thing. Again, thing you talked about last time with man Chalfie. He's like, I love Gabe's love when he gets into it on Twitter. All y'all, I want y'all to know, if nothing else, y'all impressed at least 2 people in California. Sleeper hitting Chalfie. So you know what I'm saying?
The trendsetters out there, Callie.
Maybe I need to be out here telling people.
I haven't fought anybody in a while.
That's a good thing.
Maybe I just need to fight somebody.
Or kick him in the face. I am the Entertainer 713. You've just been podcast student. I know you loved it.
In your face.
Peace.
With a Q-tip.
Hey, what happened to you? You used to be beautiful.